This is my Father's world, and to my listening ears, all nature sings, and round me rings the music of the spheres. This is my Father's world, I rest me in the thought of rocks and trees, of skies and seas, His hands thy wonders wrought. This is my Father's world, the birds their carols raise, the morning light, the lily white, declare their Maker's praise. This is my Father's world, He shines in all that's fair. In the rustling grass I hear Him pass, He speaks to me everywhere. We got an amazing show tonight. This is my Father's world. Oh, let me never forget that though the wrong seems oft so strong, He is the ruler yet. We'll be right back. Stick around. Hi, I'm David Fraser, founder of Bunky Life. We're in the building industry, but what we're famous for are small log cabin kits called bunkies that can be easily built in a weekend without needing any special skills, tools, or second mortgages. Ultimately, we help our clients create extra space for meaningful connection. Yes, we help our clients get a cool bunkie, but if you think it's just about the bunkie, you've already missed the point. Really, what this is about is creating the space and time for more meaningful connection. Having a bunkie is just part of that journey.
Mary just mentioned Bunky Life family, and I really feel like something like this and just the whole experience is we did more than just buy a bunkie.
It's not just about the space, but what happens in the space, how it enables more connection. It allows you to spend that quality time with friends and family. It allows you to be there for each other in both senses of the phrase. Our family realized this when we were going through a tough time. We needed our family beside us. We had created that extra space with our own bunkie in our own backyard, and we realized how truly important it is to have the whole family together. Bunky Life is the market leader in educational videos and content as we pioneer this growing industry. Our goal is to be the go-to source for fun, friendly, and helpful advice for families, whether they buy from us or not. Our core offering is an easy to build or built for you bunkie kit. This helps our clients quickly and easily create extra space without any building experience. We're proudly a Canadian-made family business right here in Ontario. Our bunkie is often the difference between that friend or family member coming to visit or not, being there for each other or not. The reason we do this is we believe family comes first. And when it comes to being there for each other, there are no do-overs. That's one of the reasons we've partnered with Ronald McDonald House Charities in their goal of keeping families close. Because ultimately, we want to help build a world where families everywhere have a place to unite, unwind, and unplug. We've committed to donating a night's stay at a Ronald McDonald House for every bunkie we sell. Hey guys, I brought you this huge novelty check.
Oh,
Check it out.
Oh my gosh.
There you go.
David, this is incredible.
This is And as of the end of 2023, our team and our Bunky Life community have been proud to donate close to $200,000. I get up every morning excited to help families create extra space for meaningful connection. Thanks so much for listening, and I can't wait to hear from you. All right, well, it's going to be a great presentation. Evie was going to be joining us later, so we want to let you know that she's planning on maybe tuning in.
Joining at 8.
Okay, so we'll be tuning in a little bit. I got a little presentation about how to build a bunkie tonight. It's going to be wild, so stick around for that. Cheerleading squad. So I'll be honest, only really none of the children are in bed tonight, so it's going to be a wild one. And I'm also going to talk a little bit briefly about the Michigan-only sale, which is on for as soon as the contest closes. We have a sale on for about a week, and then of course, question and answer. Maybe we'll get Evie involved in that. Is that cool? If you go sit down and chill it. Okay. All right. And then if maybe we'll play more music at the end, but we'll see how it goes. I can read your comments. We got people tuning in from Muskegon. This is Jen Vanderwall. We got people from all over the place, which is awesome. So really excited to be here with you tonight. Let's talk a little bit about the Michigan only sale. But first, between now and Thursday the 21st, which is when we're announced the winner, we have a few special live streams coming up. So let me just talk about those briefly, and so that everyone knows what's going on. So first and foremost, tonight is how to build, Tuesday the 12th, how to build a bunkie. You made it here live, so you know what's up. And in just 2 days from now, we'll talk about being a bunkie lifer. Interviews with people who have bought a bunkie and our clients. And then, of course, Sunday, I'll talk a little bit about why we do this. And then the following Tuesday, so a week from today, we're doing a little bonus live stream about how to earn extra income. So a lot of people have utilized bunkies and help set up small businesses, essentially, or side hustles, I guess we could say. And then, of course, Thursday, the grand prize will be announced, and then the Michigan sale kicks in for about a week. That's basically the idea. And speaking of that Michigan sale, let me show you. So from March 21st to March 28th, we'll have the Michigan sale. However, this time, if you want to get early access, figure out what the sale is, there's even a little bonus perk. Check out bunkylife.com/presale. Okay. And if you go there's a few questions about your situation, and then we'll get back to you this week or next week with what all the details are. So check that out if you're all serious about getting a bunkie. If you're just here for the free one, not for you. But if you're thinking about potentially getting a bunkie, check out that. And that's all I'll say about that. Now, the number one question we get from people is, Dave, you really think we can build this bunkie by ourselves? And I've, over the years, said, I'm not sure, but the last couple of years, I realized that really anyone can do this, because we've had so many stories of families building it together with their grandkids, teams of people building it together. So I'm pretty confident anyone can do this. And so we interviewed a bunch of people last month, and this is kind of the consensus. I thought I'd play these videos for you. And how did the build process go once you had the foundations done to the actual cottage? How did that process go?
I had my father help me, and my father's 84.
Wow.
So it was he and I, and we had all the walls up in like 6 hours. It was.
Oh, wow.
The only challenging part for me was that I was too stubborn to ask for help for the beams. I tried to lift them myself, but just couldn't do it. But once I got to help with the beams, like with our kids here, it only took us about 15 minutes to get the 6 beams into place.
You can easily do it. It's not a strenuous process. I would say make sure you prepare with the base, and you want to make sure you got a good base for your conditions, and then you also need to plan for the exterior roofing. And we put a metal roof on it, which wasn't a big deal, but you need to plan to do that as well. And obviously you want to do that sooner than later than when you're doing the build. So no, but yeah, you can do it. It's not an issue.
Oh, don't hesitate. It's it's just getting started. Just get that foundation done, get that first platform level and square, and then really anybody can do it with very limited ability. If you're not a carpenter or not a handyman kind of guy, couple of people can do it easily.
We all do our own stuff. My grandfather was a contractor, so my uncle was in the construction business for a long time. They were all very impressed with, how quick it went together and how easy it went together, and that was really, I can't say enough of how easy that project was to build it yourself and stick build it, and if you factor in the time cutting and doing all that, it's great value.
It's all there. The instructions are all there. You can see it on paper. You can see it on video. We didn't need to call you for anything, but that's an option as well if you need that.
And I ended up buying the 2 havens with lofts, 3 bathrooms, and a chalet. So I've kind of started a little village back here. My neighbors are quite curious about it all, but they're really good about it. So
yeah.
So it's been really fun trying to get it all set up.
And I definitely recommend Bunky Life to anybody interested in building this sort of building, as a complement to what they already have. And it was a great process, great experience. We're very happy.
Okay, so I'm going to go do a quick little presentation about exactly how to build a bunkie. Okay, so this is everything I've learned from having helped, well, first of all, building my own bunkie and then my own bunkies. And then from there, helping thousands of families all across North America now build. So when you call bill support right now, it's often Carrie answering the phone, my wife. And we've managed to get everybody from the start all the way to smiling family photo in front of the bunkie. So far, everyone that's tried has succeeded, and this is how they've done it. So without further ado, I'll do a quick little presentation on how to build. Okay, make sure I got the right screen selected here. Okay, so first of all, you need to figure out what tools you need. Okay, so these are all the tools you'll need to successfully build a Bunky Life Bunkie. All right, next I'd like to talk about the tools that you need to finish a bunkie job. Now, first thing you want is a measuring tape. That is especially going to be handy when you get started. So the old classic measuring tape, just to get square, get everything measured. I mean, the boards come pre-cut and pre-measured for you, but a measuring tape is nice to get everything square when you first start. So measuring tape. Secondly, you'll definitely need a hammer. This is just the standard hammer. That'll come in handy if you're going to be nailing anything, but also just for pounding the blocks down. Also, a bigger sledgehammer, something like this, it's a little bit heavier, is really nice to hammer the logs down even more effectively. Another thing you're definitely going to need is a level. The longer the better. This is my super level that I bring to all my job sites. Super level. It's like taller than me. Well, almost taller than me. And that's great. If you don't have something that big, that's okay. You can get by with something a little more standard like this. And that'll help get your foundation all level. So when the bunkie arrives, it's ready to go. And there's a whole video I did on the actual foundation. So check that out too. All right. Another thing you're going to want to have is a drill. This is my DeWalt cordless battery powered drill. Have an extra battery if you have one of those. And if you decide to screw most of your stuff, like for example, the roof boards or whatever, then a drill is really nice to have. And some people even screw their roof and their floorboards together, and you can use a drill like this as well. If you're more of an advanced user, what I do at my build sites is I actually bring a small compressor and a nail gun, such as this. It's just boom, 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 and you can install your floorboards and your deck boards really quickly. It's a fast way to do it. But you can also hammer it with just your classic hammer. It just might take a little longer. If you have lots of labor, that's not the end of the world. So, your classic hammer and a few nails will also put the deck boards in, so you don't really need the advanced tools. Now, one more thing that you can never have enough of is other people to help you. For sure, you need at least one buddy. It's not a one-man job, it's a two-person job. But the other thing you definitely need a lot of, if you could, is these little step ladders. Just to get up here, and get to a bunkie. I'm not actually in a bunkie, I'm in another build site, but even a small step ladder such as this right here will come in handy. Just 3 steps, just to get higher, because as the logs get higher, you're gonna not be able to reach it and get leverage. So A bunch of ladders like this or even taller are the best. Ideally, if you can have a ladder on all four corners, if you can have 4 ladders, knock on some neighbors' doors, meet your neighbors, borrow their ladders, return them. That's a great way to get the Bunky life experience going. So lots of ladders and all those other tools. You might need a saw. Let me just show you a saw. You don't need to cut the boards, but sometimes when you're doing the trim, this is nice to have, a small saw, something like that, just to finish off the trim. But that's kind of, a very small, you only need this guy for like a few cuts. And that's about it. So these are tools you may already have or can borrow from the father-in-law in your life. And that's pretty much all you need to build the Bunky. And if you really hustle, you could probably get it up in 1 or 2 days. If you have enough help and you have enough ladders. You can never have enough ladders. Hope that's helpful. David from Bunky Life, signing off. Okay, so here's a family from British Columbia that built their own Bunky, and it was quite the adventure. We carried it piece to piece across a creek, loaded it up in a quad, and drove it to our property on the banks of the Squamish River. We wake up in the morning to the beautiful sound of pouring rain on the metal roof, while the cubic mini Grizzly keeps us warm and cozy. Bliss. Looking forward to many more family adventures and good times. So let's start from the basic idea. You got your tools together. What about foundation? There's people out chatting that in the chat, I noticed. So let's get right to it. There's a couple different combinations of ways you can do the foundation, starting with, the most expensive one, concrete pad. A lot of people assume you need a concrete pad, but you don't necessarily. Another thing is concrete pillars called sonotubes. But what most clients do is just gravel, blocks, and wood, and I'll explain that. So in this photo here, you can see there is some gravel and some sonotubes and that sort of thing, but I'll zoom into each one of those options. So first and foremost, you could check out sonotubes, also known as concrete pillars. So you see here, there's these cylinders of concrete. What they do is you'll dig down a hole, you'll throw in these large tubes, usually made out of cardboard, and fill those with concrete. And they're excellent because they're underneath the frost line in Michigan and Ontario. Super important if you don't want things to shift to get under that frost line. So concrete pillars are very, very solid, very unlikely to shift. They're medium expensive. They're not as expensive as a concrete pad. And if you have a rocky situation, you can actually tie the concrete pillars right into the rock. Downsides, quite labor intensive. If you don't have an auger of some sort, it's a lot of digging. So I recommend it, yes, if you have the budget or the knowledge or the son-in-law that can dig out for you. Of course, a lot of people use a full-on concrete pad. Very solid, very unlikely to shift, but they can still crack. They're the most expensive, most labor intensive, and they take a day or more to fully dry. And they're also tougher to attach into. So I don't generally recommend a concrete pad for most of our clients. And then, of course, there's something called screw piles, which is relatively new. I don't know as much about screw piles. I haven't used them that extensively. But the idea is this is a machine that can do it, although there are ones you can do yourself. And the idea is that you screw this large earth screw in underneath the frost line as well, and then you attach some type of a deck frame to that you build your Bunky upon. So it's an interesting, newer kind of way of doing a foundation. A lot of people have had success with the screw piles or the earth screws. There's a couple other words for that type of technology, but you get the idea. And then, of course, the tried, tested, and true, the Dave Fraser way, which is gravel. So you make sure everything's a little bit as level as you can make it. Put some gravel down, and then put, some type of block like a patio stone or even like a cinder block, and then just build a little deck frame. This is probably an overkill deck frame here. The downside, so the upside, obviously, it's cheap, it's fast, it's easy. I'd say 85% of our clients go this route. That's what all my Bunkies have been built with. The downside is they could shift if the ground heaves. So what I tell people is if you've got a relatively stable, relatively well-drained area, a lot of times this is fine. I've got Bunkies that are like 8-9 years old now. They have never shifted because I'm up on the top of a hill and the water drains away. It never gets soupy and freezing and unfreezing and shifting. So I've been very lucky that way. And I'd say most clients have had good success with that. If it does shift, in the worst case scenario, if you have a Bunky that, say, the backside shifts down or the front side shifts up, you can use the little car jack and jack up one side of the Bunky and stabilize that with a shim. So it's savable. Once you got your foundation done, you're probably at least 40% of the way through, and all the fun stuff is yet to come. So let's talk about starting your actual bunkie build. You're going to take your bunkie kit apart, count all your pieces, and you're ready to go. So this is how you start your build and measure to make sure everything's nice and solid and level and square. So this is how you do the squaring. So if you take a diagonal measurement from corner to corner opposite each other, like these guys are doing, and then you do the opposite one. So notice here, they just put down some, looks like concrete blocks of some sort, and then they're building from there. So they're measuring that first diagonal, and then they're going to measure the second diagonal. And just, if you get the exact same measurement, you know you've got a perfect right angle. You can also, as someone was mentioning, Greg in the chat saying you can use the 3-4-5 method too. I've used both, and I like the ease of measuring the diagonals. So that's the first step. And then you get to do the fun stuff, which is pounding down your logs. So this is how it works. So this is how the bunkie kits come together. You can see that everything's pre-cut, pre-tongue and grooved for you in the corners. And you're just basically interlocking the corners together, and then you can pound them down with a mallet or a hammer. And they're using pounding blocks too, so you don't actually pound the wood itself. You pound a block above the wood to keep everything nice and in good shape. And it's a lot of fun. This is the part of the build that really flies. And like even little kids can help out with this type of thing too, which is really fun. Now, of course, the next step is, well, how do we get the windows? How do we get the doors in? Let me show you that too. So this is how you install a Bunky Life window. Basically, the windows have a special notch in the frame, and you're going to slide that notch into the logs until it's going to fit right around the logs and slide in beautifully. And similarly, the door is going to go in the exact same way. So there's no measuring, there's no cutting, there's no trim work. You just slide it in. And then, of course, installing the roof and the floor. They're both tongue and groove. So I noticed someone was asking about, what about the roof? Well, the roof comes with this decking board here. So they're tongue and groove, kind of like a hardwood floor. So you can see there's guys up there hammering it in. And it's nice to have someone on the ground floor there as well. And the exact same thing is true for the floorboards. They come together just like tongue and groove hardwood flooring. That's pretty much all there is to it. If you want to insulate, you can insulate underneath the floor there. And once you've got that finished, you're ready to put the roof on. So the roof is not, like the deck boards that I just showed you are included in the kit, and then the finish on the roof is up to you. So we help clients order the metal roof or shingles or whatever they want to use in their color of choice, but that's not included in the kit that we sell. And so here's a little quick touch of how to insulate a roof. I'm insulating this roof and installing the metal on top of it. And that's pretty much it. And then, of course, from there, you can do the finishing touches like staining it and decorating it and all that fun stuff. So here's Heather and Shannon staining my door with some Sanson stain. And here is us doing another door, a different Bunky. Someone's saying, looks as easy as Lincoln Logs. 100%. Corey, it absolutely is. And then from there, you get to enjoy. Bunky finishes beautifully on the outside and on the inside right away. And you can do it together with your family. Like the McNeil clan. They've grown from 5 to 9, and they will be 10 by spring. So this means they have more sleeping options at the cottage. After comparing a few options, Bunky Life was the obvious choice. It has been a wonderful summer building project. This is one of our favorite photos here. We've got 3 generations of McNeils building this Bunky together. So Ashley's asking, the glass goes in after the build for the window? No, the glass is included in the window. So it's just pre-installed and you just slide the whole thing in. So it's everything that we sell except our summer cabin and our bathroom bunkie. They're double glazed windows, and the glass is already pre-installed. Rodney asks, I know the roof's included. Is the floor? The floorboards are, yes. The roof boards and the floorboards are included. The finish on the roof is not. So anything you see that's wood, that's included. Are the windows functional? Absolutely, Heather. Great question. The windows all open. So, for example, the window here in this photo with the McNeils, that all those windows open. Good questions. So that's basically how to build a bunkie. So go and make some memories with your kids today, or grandkids, or friends, or whoever is in your circle. It's quite a fun experience to do it together as a family. And now some people are asking if a basement's possible. So I'll address that too. So questions and answers. So are the windows functional? I answered that, right, Heather? Okay, thank you. So want gray finish with red metal roof. Absolutely, you can do that. You can stain any color you want, and you can get the roofs in almost any color now too. The finished product is so satisfying. I would agree. This is the type of thing that you can do, and then at the end of the weekend, you can sit back and go, wow, we built that. That's always the comment everyone says. We built that. So they're DIY screens. Actually, all the windows come with the screens pre-installed in them. With the exception of our summer cabin, that one you have to pop it in, but it's really easy. So all of the Bunky windows that open have screens pre-installed right in the frames, and you don't need to basically just slide the whole thing in. The only thing you'll need to do is just screw in the door handle or the window handle. Is a basement possible? Christine asked. Some people have raised the bunkies up to the point where they're like kind of above the grade, and then like you can store stuff underneath that. So it is technically possible, yes. I see myself supervising the 20-somethings doing this. I like it. How many gallons of stains does it take to stain it? Depends on the kit. If you email us, we can give you an exact kind of square footage, and we actually have done some of the math. I think Bryn did the math for people. So, Evie, do you want to come answer some questions too?
I don't know who did the math for people.
Okay, come on, pop in, Evie. So Evie's joining us again.
Yeah, I've been waiting for you to get done.
Bedtime is not here.
No, it's not.
Okay, so I want to welcome Evie to the stage, ladies and gentlemen. She's 10. She's got things to say. I want to have a disclaimer. Anything that Evie says is not official Bunky Life doctrine. It could be, in fact, the random musings of a 10-year-old. So don't take anything she says as gospel.
Don't listen to my dad.
Yeah. Don't listen to me.
Don't listen to Dad.
Okay, you have to take everything that's said of this as
Don't listen to Dad.
as entertainment only.
Yeah, well, no. I answered questions correctly too, not only wrong.
Okay, so anyways, Evie's back. How many bunkies have you built, Evie?
None.
Okay, so I think I think I can be.
No,
I am the expert here.
Just because I haven't built any bunkies doesn't mean I don't know any information.
Okay, fair. All right, great questions here. What type of foundation do you need, Amy? I addressed that earlier in the presentation, so just rewind a bit and you'll catch it. Okay.
Or we can just answer the question.
What type of foundation? I would recommend gravel, patio stones, and a little bit of wood would be my recommendation, but refer earlier in the presentation. Okay, so easy to assemble. Could it be disassembled and moved?
Yes.
Tell us more.
We have done this before, actually. Or people have, not us, but...
I did it too.
Oh, well, Dad did it. I didn't. Anyways, but yes, it can be easily disassembled and moved. Just when you're building it, try your best to not, like, smush them together as much as you can.
Actually,
try and use
that's
a
good
little
advice.
extra space. And, just, like, make sure that you're working at it, and make sure you leave a little space in case you ever want to disassemble it. And if you are leaving a little extra space, I would recommend staining.
Okay, so what I will say is that you can disassemble Bunky. It's not as easy as building. It has been done. We did a TV show. We actually sold one of the dragons from Dragons, and we sold her the Bunky from the show. So we disassembled the whole Bunky after the shoot, drove it to her house, reassembled it that week. So it's very doable. But if you are going to at all being disassembling it, you just got to be very careful when you screw your corners in with the included screws that you be sure that you don't bury the screws really deep because it'll be hard to find them later. So be careful while you're building it. Make it easier to disassemble later.
Okay, I got a question.
Okay.
Right?
Does it need insulation?
Nope, not 100%. But if you're living in colder times, then you might need it. No, I don't know. Anyways, next question.
No, I want to answer that question.
Fine.
Okay. Yes, Terry, the windows do have screens. Okay. About insulation, it's very easy to insulate the roof, very easy to insulate the floor, which brings most people in Ontario and Michigan up to 4 seasons, or at least 3.99 seasons. Insulating the walls is more of a deal. I wouldn't recommend it generally. I don't know if our product is the best fit for someone that wants to insulate the walls, but the roof and the floor usually get people to the point where it's very usable all year round.
Yep.
When is the drawing? We're going to be announcing the winner to the prize March 21st.
And make sure that if you're buying a Bunky in the sale, use code EVIE.
Okay.
Please, 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 please.
All right. So simple and easy. I need one of these. I live full-time in an RV in Michigan, and I need to get a tiny home for the winters.
That Bunky would be a good fit for you. Try the Haven Ultra.
Yeah, just make sure you insulate the crap out of the ceiling, for sure.
Yes.
Can you insulate the walls at all? You can. Some people have done it. It's a bit more of a job. What I tell everybody is do the ceiling really well, do the floor really well, and usually most people find that's fine. And they don't end up doing the... Oops, I've been watching on Instagram. It's way easier to view on YouTube. Yes, Instagram cuts us off. So if you are watching on Instagram, it's not a terrible idea to switch to YouTube.
Yes.
YouTube.com/BunkyLife.
Or just go to YouTube and search Bunky Life, which is a lot easier.
Yeah. Is the wood pre-treated? The pressure-treated floor sleepers, like the base of the kit that are included, they are pre-treated. The rest of it is just mill-glazed premium J-grade spruce, and you have to stain it, ideally, in the first year or so. The window, doors, and hardware are exceptional quality. Thank you. And that's coming from a client, so that means a lot. Thank you. It would be amazing to hear we built that from our daughter. That is true. I love when I love when anyone builds a Bunky, but when teams of girls and women put it together, it's always exceptionally exciting and empowering for the dad of 3 daughters. Would a washroom be possible in this particular Bunky? Mary, I'm not sure which Bunky you're referring to, so you'd have to clarify that question, please.
Yes.
Okay.
But
Hello,
yes.
Evie, says Renee.
Hello. Hey, you were from that. I remember him from last meeting.
Okay.
Hello again.
Hashtag Evie Life.
Of course.
How long can a Bunky last? What lifetime maintenance is required?
Okay, I'm gonna try this one.
Okay.
A Bunky can last about as long as you live in a house. So maybe like, I don't know. If you stain it, maybe like 20 to 25 years more, actually. And I can't even think of a number. It might be like more than 40 years. I don't even know.
Can't even fathom that amount of years. Right?
Yeah, anyways. And then the lifetime maintenance, I don't know what maintenance means, but if you mean supplies, then I require stain. If you're in a really cold weather, try and like insulate the roof.
Yeah. So you want to make sure you got a good stain on that Bunky, and you're restaining it every 3-4 years, whatever the manufacturer of the stain calls for. Make sure you got a good roof on it. Make sure that it's not absorbing moisture from the ground up. Wood tends to rot from the ground up, so just make sure that it's well ventilated. And there's a lot of cabins that are 100 years old. So if you treat a Bunky well, it will treat you well. Yep. We have a 5-year warranty on everything, but we have Bunkies that are so far like 9-10 years old because Bunky Life is 10 years old. So. Have you ever had a client build 2 or more side by side with a door connecting them? Yes, we have, Corey. Good question.
Yes, we have.
If you email in, I can send you some photos.
Yeah.
Do you have to glue the boards before you attach them? No.
No. You don't have to glue the boards. This is a simple hammer job. I don't know if you're gonna need nails. You might need a few, but I think the thing comes with it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, and the tongue and the groove fit together like this, so it's pretty.
It's basically just like Jenga, except with really connecty pieces, like blocks.
Can it be assembled on a trailer? Yes, clients have done that.
Yes, it can. Yes, it can.
Do you have people put in mini wood stoves? Yes.
Yes, we have. And if you, we have this one guy, Dan. Dan, go watch that video right now. Just go watch it.
You type in "Can I live in a bunkie" into YouTube, you'll see a picture of Evie visiting Dan.
I was young back then, so don't judge me.
Evie, what are your siblings' names?
Okay, I have 3 siblings. I'm the oldest, but second oldest is Hope, my sister. Third oldest is Declan. And then youngest is Owen, and Hope is 7. Declan is 4, and Owen is 1, and he's very cute.
That's our family.
Yeah.
How big is the washroom? 6 feet by 6 feet. Sorry to cut you off there. I just wanted to give an exact number.
Let me speak, Dad.
Okay.
Let me speak.
How soon after a build do you recommend staining and caulking?
Okay. Well, about staining, maybe, well, it actually doesn't really matter. As soon as you've put it together, maybe like walk around in it for a minute and then stain it. Who cares? Whatever you want. I recommend it in like a day, 2, maybe the same day, as long as you have like a chance to walk on it for a minute.
Okay.
And then caulking, well,
That means sealing the corners.
I know what that means, Dad. Anyways, caulking, well, I don't think bunkies actually need to be caulked. But if you want to caulk your bunkie, I recommend doing it in the same thing as the staining, so in 1 to 2 days.
Yeah, we do recommend caulking the corners if you're in an open area where you might get rain from all angles. And you can use Permachink Energy Seal, which we like, or just silicone caulk. And we recommend staining it at least within the first year of having your bunkie is recommended. Okay. Evie has absolutely been paying attention. Way to go, girl. She also makes up some answers sometimes.
I try my best.
So over time, as the boards or other things get weak or wear out, can you order extras by keeping by themselves like a window or boards? Yes. We're happy to make you an extra window. The reality, though, is the boards are very unlikely to wear out. Like there's... it's like a log cabin. The force of the walls are actually pulling on the board, and as you know, boards are very strong lengthwise. Like it's almost, use a guitar as an example. It's almost impossible to pull a guitar apart like this, right? Like to pull it this way, right? Like that's almost impossible. You can snap a board like this, like you can break a board like,
Don't
right?
break your guitar.
But that's a lot easier to do. But that's not the way the structure works. The structure is actually this way. It's horizontally trying to pull itself apart down the length of the board. So very, 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 very strong.
And that's why the bunkie lasts so long. Next question. I think it's this one. Or maybe this
I was thinking that to get the smallest one and connect it. Yes, you can do that.
You can do that, but I think it would be a little bit less expensive.
Is it harder to do than IKEA? I wouldn't say so. First of all, the instructions are way better because they're natively English. And there's also a build video, and lots of good manuals, instructions. So I'd say it's easier. It's just bigger. It's way bigger.
Hashtag IKEA sucks.
We're not throwing shade in IKEA. They have a lot of lawyers.
Too bad.
Yeah.
IKEA.
Has anyone joined the Toilet Bunkie to the Rockwood? Yes. They have done that. Can you easily order extra pieces if you break them? Yes.
Yes, you can.
Although we do include a couple key extra pieces, so if you break one piece or maybe even 2 pieces, you should still be fine. We've strategically loaded a couple extra pieces in every kit so that in the unlikely event you break one, you're still good. I see that folks screw or nail the boards together. Is the hardware included in the kit? Yes. Has anyone ever put a kitchenette in the bunkie? Yes. Evie, fake it till you make it, girl. Do you have to pull permits? Amy asks.
Oh, well, actually, in all of our bunkies, at least most of our bunkies, they are just under the permit limit. So most bunkies, you do not have to bring the permit unless your land people are really strict, in which case we do have these copy thingies with jigs. And I will talk. Wait. And I will talk. Anyways, that you could just hand up and be like, nope, we're good.
Engineer drawings. We have engineer drawings available if needed.
Yeah.
What would you say the most difficult thing would be in putting a bunkie together?
The roof.
The roof and the foundation. Those 2 things are the trickiest parts. Can the screens be easily replaced if they get a rip? Tracy asks.
Yes.
Yes. So we made the window frames where it's quite easy to unscrew them with a normal screwdriver, and then you just re-roll some screen and then screw the frame back in. Pretty trivial to do. My daughter Abby wants to say hi to Evie.
Hello, Abby.
Are there opportunities for custom kits?
If you mean like, hey, I'm gonna order the Haven, or maybe I'm gonna order the bathroom Bunky, yeah, you can do that. But we don't. I mean.
They mean, can you build like a Bunky of any size?
Oh, well, actually, we don't really do this. If you really, really need this by any chance, and you're, talk to my dad.
Okay, so adding a window to a Bunky kit, very simple. Adding a door, very easy. Changing the dimensions of the standard Bunky Life kits, actually very difficult. They have to re-engineer the whole thing and have to shut the factory down for a day to think it through. So generally we try to avoid custom work. If you can make one of our existing Bunky kits work for your needs, maybe by adding a few doors or things like that, we can make that happen. But changing a kit means a whole re-engineering, and it'll be about 4 times the cost. Best tip for that extra window install. I can share a video of how to install a window. Maybe I'll try to do that.
We will do that later.
Very easy.
Later.
Basically, you just cut.
Okay, we got
cut
it.
a little hole
We got
and
it.
pop
Thank
it
you.
in.
Later.
I like that the Bunky is snow weight safe for Michigan. Yes, we've engineered everything to high snow loads for pretty much all of Ontario and Michigan. In Michigan, you do not need a permit for 199 square feet. If you join 2 Bunkies together, you would need a building permit. Yes, that's my understanding, Molly. If you join 2 buildings together, you've now got a building of 398 square feet. So yes, you need a permit then. Might have missed, but how long does an average Bunky last? I would say 25 plus years if properly maintained.
40 plus years.
Evie's saying 40.
I know.
Can the Bunkies be built up in a tree like a treehouse?
Yes, they can. I will answer this. We actually, for a short time, did have these Bunky treehouse doghouses things. Maybe they weren't supposed to go in a tree, but that's what they looked like. Anyways, so yes, Bunkies can be in a tree, can be a tree house, but it would be quite difficult to find a tree and then make a platform on it big enough for a Bunky. But, if you consider a tree house as like a Bunky really high beside a tree, then yes, you can like install poles, just like my nan, who has like a Bunky tree house. It wouldn't be on the tree, but it would be next to the tree. Just make sure that you buy a ladder for it.
Okay, good answer. The ease and conviction with which she answers, I just love it.
Thank you.
Where can we get the permit chinking? That actually, I think we can sell it to you, but they're also available all across North. Well, just email us. And once you buy a Bunky, Nyla, we'll hook you up. Evie, have you ever designed a Bunky for kids?
I have not, but I believe, hasn't Grandpa, for Aiden and Grayson, he designed some type of thing for them? Yes, I have not, because I don't really design Bunkies. I'm more of a video person. But talk to Alan Nurmi because he's used Bunky boards to build this thing for my cousins. So
there we go. All right. When you blow in the mic, you can't hear what's being said. No blowing into the mic. How much is one of the Bunkies?
Okay. Daddy would know this better than I would.
They range in price from about $2,500 for the bathroom Bunky to about $16,000 for our biggest Bunky.
The bathroom Bunky is less than that.
Okay, when you drop off the Bunky, bring the whole family in your guitar. This is going to be fun. Okay.
We might, but we can't.
Tommy asks, when can we come visit the factory?
Actually, we are open from Tuesdays to Fridays, I think. And Saturdays. So, try to book an appointment, but if you can't book an appointment, just stop by. Most of the time, we don't really care.
Yeah, you can come by, but ideally if you're coming all the way from Michigan, for example, it's probably not a terrible idea to book an appointment.
Just in case.
bunkylife.com/tours. Boom, it's right there. bunkylife.com. You can just book an appointment. And if you're too far away or you don't want to cross the border, maybe you've got
a
criminal record
tours
of some sort, you can do a virtual tour. And it's almost as good as coming to see us. It's virtual. We can Zoom you through the Bunkies. You can
It's actually not as good because you won't get the cup of hot chocolate that we sometimes give away.
Okay, no hot chocolate. We'll give you a digital hot chocolate.
No, we can't give him a digital hot chocolate.
We'll send it a hot chocolate emoji.
We can't. That would suck.
Does the snow load include the upper peninsula? Yes. Do you guys include accessibility in your builds like ramps? We have built ramps for clients, and just email us, Josh, with a specific need and a specific model. We can make stuff like that happen. We're happy to help. Do the glass windows come included, and how thick is the glass? So it's,
Yes, the glass windows come included, and the glass are double pane.
yeah, double glazed.
Whatever.
It'd be so great for my grandkids because they could help me build it.
Yes, and use code EVIE. Please. Please, please.
Okay, all right. What add-on can you add if you win?
Okay, an add-on if you win, you might be able to add on another door or window, or you could buy like a card game or toque, or you could just say I don't want an add-on.
Okay.
Or you can have 2 bunkies together. You can do that. But you're gonna have to pay for the add-ons.
Okay. Leah says, I love that she knows when to defer the question and how she speaks with confidence.
Hooray.
All right. Our Michigan municipality requires building permits for anything over 100 square feet, including the roof line. Do your measurements include the roof line or only the interior? Ours only include don't include the roof line. So all of our stuff will be bigger than that. So maybe you just need to go the permit route, which is not the end of the world. We can help you with it. We've got great engineer drawings available. If you win the Bunky, can you pay for the difference for an upgrade? Sure.
We already said this yesterday. Yes, please.
He might not have been here.
Okay.
Give us some patience.
Just yes.
Do you ever do a contest for Cape Breton? Not yet.
Cape.
That's
Is that
in
near
Nova
Cape
Scotia.
Coral?
No, that's in Nova Scotia. Yeah. So we did one. I did a Canadian contest earlier this year. So we might do another one next year.
Gotta wait for it.
Could the bathroom Bunky has a shower? Yes. You have
Yes,
to
it
probably be.
But you need to hook it up.
Yeah. Can you choose a less expensive Bunky if you win? Sure.
Yes, but I guess we're gonna owe you money now.
We're not going
We're
to
not
pay.
give you money.
Okay.
Sorry, but we will give you a toque and a game of cards if you downgrade.
Okay, that's fair. I would add on a bathroom Bunky to have next door. Cool.
That would be good, but then you'd have to have a permit.
Do you service all of Michigan?
Yes.
Yep, that's true. Okay.
Please buy a Bunky and use code EVIE.
Okay. All
Use
right.
code EVIE.
All right, Evie. I think this has been a good, productive session. What do you think?
All right, time to go do
Should we reiterate the fact that there is a Michigan sale happening very shortly? Let's go to that.
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on. Here, but first thing you should know, the Michigan sale. Use code. EVIE.
All right.
Please.
There's no code. Yeah. Okay.
You need to use code EVIE.
Okay. So the Michigan only sale is happening on March 21st, as soon as the contest closes, until March 28th.
Don't sleep on it and use code EVIE.
To get early access, though, there's an extra perk. So go to bunkylife.com/presale today or tomorrow or sometime before the 21st, and you can answer a few questions and potentially get a bonus thing on top of the Michigan only sale. Can't share what that is.
Code
And
EVIE.
if you want to say something about Evie, you can say that at that point, maybe.
Please use code EVIE so that I can actually get paid.
I'll give you a little teaser, okay? There you can save up to $1,140 off our Bunky kits. You get the best shipping rates ever, and you can secure a production spot for spring or summer delivery.
And you can use code EVIE.
And I guess you can use, I don't know what code is. So
That is to show you pay me.
okay. All right, and that's pretty much the Michigander sale. Like I said, we got live streams like tonight, hopefully with less showing of code Evie.
Just mention EVIE, please, when you do a sale, because I need to get paid for this.
Oh my goodness.
I need money.
Oh goodness. All right, so on Thursday, being a Bunky lifer is the live stream, and then Sunday, I'll be talking about why we do this. What's the heart behind Bunky life? On Tuesday, so a week from today, I'll talk a little bit about earning extra income. Hopefully, we'll get some actual Bunky lifer feedback and testimonials. And then, of course, Thursday, we're announcing the Michigan-only grand prize Hideaway Bunkie giveaway at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for all these live streams.
That doesn't count if they use code EVIE on the when they win it.
I don't know if it does.
Please use it no matter what.
Okay. All right. So if anyone has any other questions, now is the time. But we're going to say thank you for tuning in. I think we got all.
Yay, we have someone using code EVIE.
Okay. Siri asked, are shipping charges included? I don't know if you're asking about for the prize. So all of the prices on our kits are just for the kit, and then we charge. From what I've been told, we can get to anywhere in the Lower Peninsula, right to your door for $1,200, or we can get to Bay City and you can pick up there for about $500. And then if you're up in the Upper Peninsula, we can get to Marquette for pick up around $700, or we can get right to your door, but we'd have to figure out how far from Marquette you are. So email us in, and of course check out bunkylife.com/presale if you want to get in on the extra bonus perk. Okay, so I think I felt like that was a good live stream. What do you think, Evie?
No, wait, there was one more thing I want to share.
You want to share one more thing? Oh no.
I want to share something.
We'll see you. No, not Sunday. We'll see you Thursday.
I want to say something. I want to share a comment.
You share a comment.
I
Okay.
want to share a comment. Please,
Okay, hold on.
please.
Let me fix this. We'll see you Thursday at 8 p.m. Okay. Ashley says, I'm using code EVE.
Easy.
Okay, well, there you go. Someone's using code EVE. But she actually has to buy a Bunky if this is going to work out for you. Yeah. Some people are just typing in code EVE.
Thank you.
Oh, now we do need a code word for the watching the live stream.
Okay,
So
I got an idea.
I've not set up the button, but I will as soon as this ends. Go to the Bunky Life scoreboard page and enter the code
I will
word.
tell you a code word.
It can't be Evie.
I'm going to tell you. No, it's a different code.
Okay, what is the word? Okay, the code word is
Guitar.
guitar. Guitar, okay? All right, so the code word, give me 5 minutes and then pop into the Bunky Life website, scoreboard, and then enter the word guitar. All right. Everyone, thank you so much for your time. Thank you, Evie, for joining us as well.
Remember to use code EVE.
Okay, we'll talk to you again real soon. Have a fantastic evening, everyone.